Good morning, everyone from a nearby hill, I guess. I like to come here every once in a while, especially early in the morning, because it's far from town, so there is no noise, nothing here. It's so peaceful, and I love the silence. And also, as you can see, well, it's the highest point around here, so when there are low clouds, that means that it's very foggy here. It's too bad that there's not much to photograph around here. Anyway, I just wanted to share a very quick thought with you today. This comes because I got a couple of comments. I've talked about this in the past, of course, but I got a couple of comments this week on my YouTube channel. One of them, they both seem contradictory at first, but that's not the case. They are actually both of them right. So one of them was about I posted a video with about the 3 prime lenses that I bring with me on most of my daily walks. Like today, I'm filming with the 20 and I have the 35 and 85 here. And some people thought that they are way too big and way too cumbersome and way too big or heavy lenses to bring with you on a daily basis. And I agree, they are not small lenses. And that makes things harder for me. I might drag you down, to go with so much weight. Sometimes it's better to just go light. And at the same time, other person commented on a different video, he said that the mirrorless cameras that I use nowadays make photography way too easy because it's just, clicking a button and that's about it. So at first I thought, well, that's one person is saying, or some people are saying that the gear that I use makes photography harder than it needs to be. Some people say, well, the gear that I use makes photography too easy. So what's the right thing here? And again, they are both right. Because in photography, like in life in general, nothing is that black and white. Everything is much more nuanced than that. And it depends on the situation. So there is a reason why people like film photography. I believe that is because, yes, it is more complicated. You have to think more about your camera, about what you're doing. And that might be very useful for some people because it keeps them engaged. And also you have to remember that we humans are programmed so that, when something is hard and we still get a result, a positive result, the reward is bigger. If we work hard for a photograph, we are going to feel better about it than we would feel about the same photograph if we didn't work as hard, if that makes sense. And that is why I believe that we need time to actually look at our work with some perspective and to look at it more objectively, because sometimes the feelings, the emotions that we felt in the field get in the way, in the sense that we might think that our work is better than it actually is, or the opposite. We might think that our work is not as good as it really is because we didn't feel like we worked hard enough, but we might have a very good image there. So I believe that the balance is in keeping photography just hard enough, just challenging enough that it feels good when you actually get something, but not too hard that it drags you down. So that's why, this is not something that everyone can do, but ideally you have a very light setup like I have with my super zoom lens. It's just one camera and one lens that I can bring almost anywhere and make 99% of my photography with that lens, and then have a heavier setup like I do with my 3 prime lenses that I can bring on my daily walks, on when I'm just photographing locations that are familiar to me. So I wanna challenge myself differently with different focal lengths, with a shallower depth of field or whatever. And also remember that the difficulty in photography doesn't come only from the camera and the lenses that we use. Of course, it comes from the environment. So if you're gonna go on a long hike, that is difficult enough. Don't make it harder by bringing a lot of weight with you. That is probably not going to help at all, because if you are way too tired to see any image. It doesn't matter if you have the best lenses and the best cameras. So again, it's all about finding that balance. I guess that is the reason why I love shooting in bad weather, why I love shooting when it's snowing, when it's raining, when it's foggy like today, is because it makes me feel like, you know, like I'm working harder, because I am, because it's colder, it's uncomfortable outside, and it doesn't matter if my camera gets the exposure automatically. The lens that I have, it's all I need, so I don't have to swap lenses or think too much about it. I can focus on what I want to capture, and I still feel like it's a very hard work. That's one of the reasons why I love shooting digital, because I can adjust that difficulty level, you know, to I can dial that into the and adjust it to the situation that I'm in. So again, I'm on my daily walk here. It's just gonna be a short walk, 45 minutes, 1 hour. I know this place very well, so I decided to make it a little bit harder by bringing those 3 lenses. So I have to swap them, I have to switch them, I am limited to the focal length that I have right now. But if I were to go on a longer hike or a trip, I'd be using my zoom lens more often, of course. Well, that's all for today. I just wanted to share that very quick thought, and I just want to leave you with this beautiful place, and just hear the silence, because this is it inspires me quite a lot. I love getting out in nature. I think it helps the soul. It helps it heals your heart. I mean, I don't know, it's just great to be out here. Yeah, so thank you. See you in the next one.